Welcome, everybody. My name's Tammy. We're going to get started. I've been actually on Zoom since they launched the platform. If you don't have a Zoom account, it's a really, really good idea if you want to become a seven-figure earner. It's actually one of the tools that I've used in order to grow this community and other communities. So it's only like, I think $50 a month, and it's really, really worth it. And so when you're looking at an online business, in order to reach I guess you could say your target market or the people that you want to help, it's always a good idea to have a Zoom account. The other reason why I'm suggesting to get a Zoom account is because right now I'm live on my YouTube channel and I share some of these nuggets along the way. So what I'm going to tell you guys tonight is one of my tricks to get on the first page of YouTube for a lot of different keywords that I do. And I teach and train on the mentoring sessions is if you have a Zoom account and you name the name of the actual program, guess what? Does anyone know what happens when you do that? In 24 hours, you're going to be to the top of that keyword for YouTube if you have a Zoom account. That's just something I thought everybody would enjoy tonight. So anyway, my name's Tammy. I've been working online for 13 years now, expert lead generator. And one of my favorite ways of getting sales, especially top tier sales, is YouTube. Okay, while a lot of people are over slaving away on Facebook and Messenger and all that kind of stuff, I'm actually over on YouTube and I'm driving traffic with various methods of marketing. And then I send them my YouTube channel, right? And I email people's lists for them as well. So that's what's really super cool here with Get Fearless Freedom. So you see everybody piling on tonight. I just send out one click of a button. Okay, and I'm going to share that. Rob's going to go over each level and what you get with Get Fearless Freedom. Every single level has been, you could say, built by me. I put the training back there, and then my programmer put it in for me. So when I started out online, I had no idea how to generate leads online. But I knew if I was going to make money with the program or with the business opportunity I got into, it was going to be the same as the mortgage broker days. When my husband and I set up a shop, we put our sign out front. I'll never forget it, right before 9/11. And we had our mortgage broker business. And we also flipped over 50 properties. But I knew one thing. If I did not learn how to market and advertise, this would be Bob and I would be looking at each other like, okay, where's the money? Right? Show me the money. There's not going to be anybody to come to you if you do not market and advertise. So I think what has happened along the way in the decades that have gone by since the offline businesses and now we got online businesses that people get stuck in that scroll. Like they get stuck in that like scroll, scroll, scroll. Let's go to the next opportunity. Whereas when you plant your flag here, this is it. This is the last stop. Because honestly, when I launched this in 2019, I wanted this to be a opportunity for other people to use for other various things because we know almost every 3 months that there's another offer that gets launched. Are we on the same page with that or what tonight? Right? Don't you kind of get sick of wow, what am I going to look for now? How am I going to make money now? Well, I teach and train and coach people to plant their flag with Get Fearless Freedom. So we relaunched it in 2023. I added a callback hotline. Does anybody know about that here tonight? Does anybody know the number of the callback hotline? If you do know the number to the call, I know Joel because you you called it and you didn't leave a message, and I texted you, didn't I? And I texted you and I said, hey, this is Tammy from Get Fearless Freedom. And you said, oh, I'm already a member.
You
I
got
said,
right back
ah.
to me.
And
You
I
did.
scolded him. I said, you got to you got to leave me a message. Otherwise, I did a little hand slap. Deborah's laughing, but it's the truth. Like I'm the fearless mama. So I was like, all right, I'm from New York, by the way, if you can't tell, upstate, Western New York. But I just told him, I said, you know what? I said, you got to leave me a message. Okay. So I'm a bit busy back to back. I'm a full-time grandmother now. So I'm working Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I tell people all the time, but I use systems. I leverage systems in order to make money online. So in the last 60 days, for example, I've signed up 60 people in the last 60 days. How did I do that? I did it with my system, and I'll show you guys here tonight. But before I do that, and so stay on to the end and note, did anyone put in their chat? Let me see if anyone got the 800 number. Anyone know the 800 number? Edward? See, 800-995-0795. There you go. You get 50 clicks on me. Send me one of your capture pages, Edward. You're a current Get Fearless Freedom member brought in by Mary Beth. If you do me a favor, just send me a support email with your link that you want me to send the traffic to, and you get 50 clicks on me for the right answer. So pay attention, everybody. I do this once in a while and drop things, nuggets along the way. My son here, AKA the Fearless Son, he's going to be doing the presentation. So if you are driving or anything like that, just try to, put your earbuds in, make sure you're careful, because he's going to go over some good stuff, and we do have bonuses at the end. So I hope everybody's excited. Get ready. We're going to share how we actually launch this system every single Sunday, because I start my weekdays on a Sunday, and then I just literally drive traffic throughout the week. So we're going to share some of the places. And again, this is just suggestions on what I personally do. You can work your home-based business the way you want to, but we just like to give suggestions. Is that fair enough here tonight? All right, cool. All right, Rob, we're ready for you, my friend. Everybody, you got to understand that Rob, he puts up with me because I'll be like, hey, Rob, I got another idea. And he'll be like, oh my gosh, okay, hold on a minute. And then he'll go to work because he's got this analytical brain. And here I am, the creative one, but he'll figure it out and he'll get it done. And that's why I call him my best friend, because he puts up with some of my ideas. So he also is not only just my son, he's one of my BFFs. All my family members are, but I'm just saying it's really tough to work with your mom, isn't it, Rob? Some days. He's not going to admit it to everybody tonight. So he's going to go over the presentation. He literally will get you guys set up. You don't even have to worry about the techie part. He literally does all that stuff for me. I just like to talk and connect with people. So here we go.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks for that, Mom. Yeah, great to have everyone on. Appreciate you all to hop on a Monday, August 4th. Last time I checked, it was January 4th, right? I mean, it was just literally the new year. And everyone's like, let's have this amazing new celebration and we're gonna have the greatest year. And we're at August 4th, and my question is, have any of us done anything differently? Has anyone done anything
I have.
differently? I know we have, but we're going to be changing that tonight. If you haven't already, no time is better than tonight because this is going to be a really fun Zoom. We're going to have a lot of great bonuses. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff happening here tonight. But like Mom said, working together with her has been really great because we get to actually bounce ideas off of each other. We get to figure out, okay, what is working, what is not in 2025, almost 2026, right? And I don't like that. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear, let's slow down the pace, right? And actually enjoy our life here. But there's no company like this, what we're about to share tonight. There is literally no company, and you'll say, well, Rob, that's nice, you saying this, and that's just a Zoom tactic. Well, actually, you're going to learn there isn't. Because what we've done here is we created actually a seven-figure business in a box, which is really cool once you see the whole vision of what we're at and what we're doing as a family-based business. So we actually created it. Almost I call it out of the garage, right? Kind of like how Apple was created, right? And that's what we did. We were actually at a casino. We love Vegas, right? You probably saw our 7-minute video. And, again, I always encourage anyone to play that, but we do want to kind of get to the meat, potatoes, the vegetables tonight. We want to show you guys what exactly this is and the breakdown of it is. So it's really cool. It's a, business in a box. And the fact that what we've done here is we're actually now creating this challenge for everyone. I know Mary Beth is going to be a part of this, and a lot of great other leaders, but the 10K and 30-day challenge, right? Now, that really is not hard when you learn how to effectively market, right? Like mom said once to me, she said, and she said it in the beginning of the Zoom, and I'm going to cover this, but what we really broke it down is something so simple that you guys are just spreading the good word and the good news about this system, and you're going to see what we've done with it. So the show starts now. We are going to mitigate the distractions. I also did get the comedic gene from my mom, so anything that I say, it's out of lightness and funness and goodness out of my heart. It's never out of, like, hey, okay, I'm pointing you out. No, I don't want that. It's all about we all are at a beautiful growth journey ourselves, right? Some are slow, some are the cheetahs, some are the tortoises. We are all at our own path. The great part about us is we're a community. So we actually are a family-based community that we want you guys in on it too. So the distractions, definitely get rid of them. If your cat's tipping over some stuff, I know a lot of cat owners know, oh, Rob's so right. Those cats are just pesky little ones. And then the dog, barking and wanting to lift his leg on something. I'm joking with you guys because we don't want that, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get back also to the person that invited us. So if it's a replay you're watching, you're laughing, oh man, this guy, what is he talking like? This is the replay or the live. You're just going to get right back to them. So if Mary Beth invited you, get back to her. If John invited you, get back to him, etc. You guys know how it is. And the great part is these are neutral Zooms. These are Zooms where please invite, right? Every Monday we host these for you. Mom and I, we've done this skill and ability for years and years. We don't need the Zooms, right? So we have these Zooms for you guys to attend and also invite as optional. So what is your legacy going to be? And this is a big question, right? Going on with all factors in the world. But really, ultimately, we always look up to those heroes, right? We always look up to those people. But what are we going to be? What's the legacy that people are going to look back and say, yes, I knew that person was a great expert lead generation. That person changed families' lives. That person took literally over, tens and tens of 20, 30, 50. My dad alone, okay, he saved so many people's homes from foreclosure. Um, he was a mortgage broker, and then so my parents have always been entrepreneurs. They've always been that way. And the thing is that was a legacy that I actually am grabbing the torch, and I want to share that we are not meant for this right here. This right here, you see that? That's a 9 to 5 rat race. And people want maybe something very comfortable, right? They want that maybe 18 an hour, 22 an hour, and then you got taxed and taxed and taxed, and before you know it, you're bringing home 14 bucks. We don't want that. We know you guys are worthy of that. You just got to meet us a little halfway. You just have to understand that when you have a system this great and this amazing, you might as well put the effort into something this good. So that's what we have for you tonight. We're going to ride the roller coaster of success. So we're here to save the day, right? And so it's not onus on us, it's actually onus on you. You changing your life immediately tonight. It's not a matter of looking around, waiting around. Actually, mom taught me that when I first joined her in 2017. So the choice is yours tonight. Obviously, we have that choice. And we always had the questions to ourselves. Can I do it, Robert? Can I actually work this system? Can I make that money? Can I actually achieve those dreams? Well, absolutely, yes, you can, because what we've done is we learned something new, guys, tonight. You're going to learn something called MRR. It's where you can actually resell these master resell rights to our system with 100% commissions. So mom, dad, and I, we all came up with this amazing plan and said, you know what? Because of Get Fearless Freedom and because of our internet lifestyle, we've been able to literally just write checks. We've been able to explore and travel the world and live a life of freedom because we took that getting off the fence moment in 2019 when this was founded. So we got off the fence just like these guys. And of course, as usual, I'm gonna just kind of go through this real quick, but these are the rules of the house. Just kind. We have a very cool policy of be kind to us, we're kind to you, we're kind to you, you're kind to us, kind of thing, right? Very simple. We love to have a very great positive family here. Okay. And of course, if you do get on a Zoom and you see any Zoom and they're promising the world and they're saying all the great things that you always want to hear, which, by the way, 9 to 5 jobs don't do that. So we all know that, right? But we all know, let me ask you, the audience, a question. And I love asking questions because, I don't mind it. But what if you were to go to a 9 to 5 job and tell your boss, no, I am not going to do that? What happens? I want you guys comment. What happens? Comments coming in? Yeah, you would get fired. You would get fired. It wouldn't work, right? Something would not work. So that's why we always put that, right? Because when we have the system, we provide the ingredients, the sauce, the baked goods, right? We know that it works on our end. And so when you plug into this is where the awesome magic happens, right? Because we close your sales. We have a done for you money system. We actually have an offer. You guys are going to see this towards the end. Pretty amazing. Where you get a actual physical laptop, and comments below can start filling in the members that have gotten these. A physical laptop where it's fully built out for you. That's why I said no one else does this ever. A physical laptop where you get it all loaded and ready for you to market our system. It's so cool. And so it really changes the paradigm of where these systems are online. Because what happens is it's where you join something, you get this hopium in your mind. You're like, this is gonna be it. This is the greatest thing ever. But what you're not getting is something called an exchange of value, something that is worthy of your money. And we believe you guys deserve bonuses as well. So mom says, you know what? I'm also going to give them a 7-figure earning closing system as well. So mom will actually be able to close your sales. We brought it down to 3 steps, and you're going to see this system. It actually comes down to advertising what we give you, and the system actually sorts and sifts and whatever market it's based on, you want to break it down that way. So, pretty cool. What is it? Well, what we're doing is actually advertising a simple system. That's it. Just like you would go maybe to a job and you would have to do this, you'd have to do that. We actually broke it down simpler to that, where you guys are actually simply advertising. You can invite people to Zooms, very simple system. And believe me, you want to hold off because this is pretty cool what we also have a part of this. So, what we've done is, Mom, this is kind of a cool thing. You gave me an idea. You gave me a great idea. I asked Google. I love Google. You guys are gonna learn that. I love Google when it comes to information, right? Someone asked me a question. I go, well, I don't want to tell you this. I worked at Verizon guys before. They said, how do I reset an iCloud password? How do I do this? How to do that? I said, that's wonderful you thought of me, but guess what? This right here. Google told me right here. What happens if we don't advertise? Well, a decline in sales, a reduced brand visibility, and a loss of momentum in sales. That makes sense, Google. Thank you. And what happens if we advertise it? Well, advertising, when done effectively, which you guys are now on the 7-figure earning Zoom, congratulations to yourself, guys, because you are now learning how to increase your brand awareness, more customers, and ultimately more sales and revenue your way. So, what we did is we break it down very simple here. We have a 7-figure business in a box here. You guys see here, recession proof. Of course, it even weathers the kryptonite, right? Pretty cool. So we broke it down here as time, techie, traffic, and training, right? Because what we find is the time people don't have that. Although, people that work on Wall Street, they have different other, things that they're juggling. There's always technically a factor of time. Everyone actually has enough time. Yes, I know, crazy, but they actually do. Techiness, that is something where I was talking to Fran on here. She can wave to you guys as she's on camera. And she agreed with me the great. I was such a great time when working with her one on one. But she says, Robert, if I'm going to be in this field though, I'm going to learn a little techie-ness, right? I'm going to learn a little bit of it. And I said, you know what? I agree with you. I agree with you, my friend. But guess what? We took care of that. Traffic. My mom has the greatest traffic resources, and she has the training to get you guys to become warriors in this field. So it's pretty cool. A plug and play money system. We even have a new co-op campaign done for you. This is for Catherine Shirley. You guys, this right is in your back office. You were asking about that earlier, but right here is your campaign. You are going to find that on the left, done for you co-op. Click the campaign of choice and choose your clicks. It's that simple. And for new viewers, guys, you're going to learn about clicks as well. So mom's going to talk about how to get eyeballs to your website, which a lot of people are rah-rah, right? You get on a Zoom, they talk about life is great. You go this, we're going to go to the Bahamas and all this. But what they don't teach you is lead generation. So even on a free Zoom like this, we teach you how to get people to your top secret marketing system that we have. So a perfect business. Actually, yes, it is actually quite simple, quite easy, and quite fun. So what we've done here is we said, well, the core and the freedom of the automation we have, we're wanting people to become free with this digital marketing revolution, right? And so we've had to ask ourselves, Mom and I, we went back and forth. We went back and forth. We said, what are the key points of a system? What would make it successful for people, right? The ability to get people to a closing team, the ability to have done for you custom images or images in general, the ability to have that follow-up email, which we actually have a portal no one else has, just to let you know, if you're new on here to hear that. We have the ability to set up people into our system, which is a non-white label product. So this is actually built from the ground up. This is not where it's built, and I'm paying Peter in the back here. We're not. We're actually building this, and we built it from the ground up, which is cool. We never have to ship a thing, and you guys never, ever have to lay your hands on a physical product. It's all dealt with myself and my mom. So it's all a easy back office. Very cool. And of course, we learned that the gold rush back in the days were where you're thinking, well, Rob, why are you talking about this? You're going to learn. The reason why we talk like this is because the gold rush actually is where people made the money. Now you're thinking, what? You mean, did they really make the money with the gold? No, not necessarily. Where they made the money was us guys. See, all of you guys, all 27 plus of you, plus on YouTube and live and replayers. They made the money in the modern age. See, we're not just another system on the market. We are now the picks and the blue jeans of other systems and products and tools and softwares and agencies and whatever you want to even talk about because we are the jack of all trades system that is flexible to everything. So if you have a passionate MLM product you have, or you have a landscaping business or a real estate guru business, whatever you have, guess what? Give Fearless Freedom fits right in, and you also can, plug right into it. So it's pretty cool. We found the problem is there's literally no support or it's very hard to find quality based websites and products, right? Now, you may see them everywhere, but really, when you get to it, you don't have someone in your backyard actually helping you weekly and actually being able to get on a Zoom like you guys are and actually have that support. So, we conquered, we went to here, right? We said, look, we want these people. Mom and I were talking back and forth. We were at a Las Vegas casino. We said, really, with all your experience, Mom, and she has like 13, 14 plus years of experience now in this very thing, this Zoom you're on, and this field. And she says, how can we make it where this makes sense? And we first came out with a $200 level, right? We first came out with that and we said, okay, $200, right? An easy comp plan for everyone to explain or sorry, everyone to understand. And so this is the part if you have been multitasking or you're listening to your husband or wife or partner, spouse in the background, you're like, Yeah, that just tune in on this part, guys, because this is the really fun part, right? The distractions completely go away because this is the part where it will make sense to you. The comp plan, right? The comp plan of Get Fearless Freedom. You are simply reselling in what the level that you're getting into. And it's really cool because it's packed with goodies at every single level. So we have it based down into a instant payment system, right? And where I like about Get Fearless is where instead of waiting on someone, right? Like you make a $200 sale, LaFonda makes a $200 sale, or LaDonna makes, there's a lot of laws, right? Hey, ladies, great to have you on. But there is a lot of workings in these other systems out there, right? A ton of like, oh, I gotta wait on ClickBank. Oh, I gotta wait a month on PayPal. All of that, right? I don't like that. I never have. So I actually came into the field and I said, Mom, we got to make it where people can put how they want to get paid within the system. Literally, if you want to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, you name it, right? You can get paid within the system at that level. It's really slick, really cool, and it's very flexible to you. So we made it where it's easy with an easy twist of reselling what you're about to see at these levels. So it's a self-serve business. Now, I don't know how many on here like the ability to have total freedom and automation, right? You probably agree with me there. But do you, and let me ask you personally, everyone on here, would you like where if you got someone into a business, and then daily, they reached out to you and bugged you every single day? Put in no if you don't like that. I want to see the comments because the reason why I say this is why we built the system. Okay, some you guys are filling it quick because I'm seeing it. You guys do not want to be bugged daily,
Mary
right?
Beth put an exclamation point on it. I love
Oh my
it.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mary
That's
Beth.
that's me.
I love her.
That's not a
But
daily hand holding, people.
exactly. Exactly. So
No,
I want to bring this up because when I talk about automated systems, right, what we built and then the self-serveness of the built business, it's not where it is. Hey, by the way, Mary Beth, I posted an ad. Yay! No, this is a self-build business where it's automated. See, this is where we loved it. We're like, Mom, this
A
is
to Z.
amazing. So
A to Z.
A to Z, right? So it's not, follow up, hey, this. We don't want that for you guys at all. I don't want Catherine to be bothered by Jennifer daily and saying, this is what I did, this is what I did, that is not how it is. So we built it like that because we said if we're going to have this flow and this quickness, right, where
Right.
people get to have this system, we want this actually a running machine. I'm the oil, right? I'm the engine. Mom's the muffler and she's the engine. And so we wanted to make it all flow. That way there's no kinks and it's a perfectly 1 million plus mile running car, right? So that's why you see now results. The results are so amazing that Mom and I literally have been mind blowing. Just the actual automation, because once people get that, right? Because we saw in the comments, no one wants to be bothered. Well, that's very true. So that's why we created this, a turnkey, 100% easy one-click funnel. It takes too much time with other systems. This is what your back office is. Very modern, but yet robust, still very easy to understand. You're going to see the rest of it. Mom actually loves showing the back office as well. Again, all wrapped up in a box. We are now, guys, the blue jeans, right? Of 2025. So we've done a lot of changes recently and we're still adding in. There's a lot more that's actually happening, but we want leads to you. We don't want leads that where it's like, you're getting bothered or they bother you or you're bothering. You don't want that. So you want targeted leads, people that know this, right? And Mom actually has built out this system really well to flow like that. So really cool, very high converting capture pages in the industry. We have, of course, a problem across the board, by the way, where capture pages and systems look like this. They actually look like this. You get on there and there's a bunch of background stuff, or like a high skyscraper, or like an office building where, there's like a chalkboard in the back, or, whiteboard. and it just doesn't look good, right? So mom and I came up with this beautiful clean white capture page system where you can actually get, that ability to resell it. So it's really cool. It can work for any business. Mom and I, we, broke it down to advertising, very simple. We have the leads right here of really the question is, and this is a question that mom and I we like to really address, but it's really where are you comfortable with marketing, right? I have actually worked with people one-on-one and I said, hey, I'm giving you the ad copy and I'm also giving you the image to post on Facebook. And I said, this could possibly get you, people interested. And guess what they did? They never did a thing. They never posted it. They never put it up. And I said, well, that's maybe not their comfortability. That's not where they're comfortable. So maybe they are comfortable, maybe more to belly, selling to people physically in real life, talking, handshaking, right? Or they're more comfortable with making a faceless YouTube video where you can actually make that automated income as well. So that's where mom and I saw there's always going to be a variable and difference in people on where they want to market. And what we found is four places technically that are very, like I call vetted down and actually very user friendly, very easy to post up to. But it's also like, where do you fit in, right? Where are you comfortable with marketing? So your personality type might not be like me. I can go, actually, fun fact, I can go in front of crowds of 10, 20, 30 plus thousand people. You could have gotten me at that Coldplay concert and says, hey, Rob, get up there and start talking and putting that guy on blast. Guess what? I would have done it because I don't care what people think, but that's my personality, right? There's a difference is some people are not even putting on their camera tonight, right? But that's fine because that's your personality. So we want you guys to fit in where these ads go and how you want to market it, right? How do you want to market our beautiful, incredible system? And that's why from day one, you guys are getting images. You guys are getting off the runway just like that into the plane, going to your destination of where you want with four powerful levels. So it begins here
Let
at
me
the
just say something real quick.
$200.
I just want to say something real
Absolutely,
quick
ma'am.
because you're doing a phenomenal job, and I just want people to understand that literally when Rob and I, we've been doing this for now over 2 years, is that for us, it might be redundant, but for you, it might be hearing it for the first time. I want everybody to understand that when we program this system, again, from A to Z, it is literally automated. So this here tonight is an optional Zoom. We have a 7-minute video. If you have to go, you can watch the 7-minute video. I email everybody every single day almost, but you can go to the 7-minute video and get the same information as what Rob's going to cover right now. I also want to say that there's other systems out there. The reason why I can get ranked to the leaderboards is because I have capture pages that convert at a 50 to 60% opt-in rate. And that is the difference between what Rob showed you with that one screen. I have people come to me all the time and wonder why their traffic's not working. And I say, because your traffic vendor is probably going to reject your page. And I'm not joking because there's other systems that I bought before, $3,500, $2,500, $20,000, and they had
Oh,
horrible
yes.
capture pages. Remember that one, Rob? I won't
I
name
remember that one.
but sometimes there's no capture page or leads pages with the systems that you get. So I wouldn't know how to teach or train anyone if they come to me and they say, hey, Tammy, how do I increase my business? I'd say, where's your capture page? They'd have to show me the capture page. I'd have to get on a Zoom with them. Why? When I have this system here already done and put together, and I've been using it since 2019 to rank to various leaderboards. So that's why I said I planted my flag here and said, I'm going to train people and show them my secrets, my top secrets. Already we've given out, I don't know how many here tonight. You're probably like, oh my God, I'm taking notes because no one ever covers any of the lead generation strategies on any Zooms, right? I just wanted people to understand before you even join, you get to see what you get back there. So before you join any other system, do you get to see this in-depth training? No. And I wanted to be different. I just want everybody to know. And I look at names on here, and so does Mary Beth, because I have people that have spied on us before. Seriously. And they've tried to take my stuff and use it for their own systems. So, anyway, I just had to say that here. Now you can go into the actual amazing, amazing part of the levels. So, everybody pay attention to what Rob's to say.
Wonderful points, Mom. I agree. I agree. And when we introduced this first level and we were keeping it as this really this level, I call it really humble roots of beginning this actual GFF, right? $200 that's paid one time. You can upgrade at any time, actually up to the other levels. So if you're at 200 and you want to get to, the 1000 level, that's $800 to the person that brought you and introduced you to GFF. So this is really cool. So there's a lot of different things that's really cool with this is the flexibility, but we also have like the funnel builder, right? The 1000 level, I call it. It's not really, but it's actually $200. But it's that value just because right from the beginning, you're getting unlimited funnel building, right? You're getting the campaigns where it's like I call it a link creator. That's what it is. It's like it creates these campaigns connecting in to the automation that we do, right? So it actually plugs into where you can collect your own leads. So a
Well,
lot of problems
time,
is
every time,
tell them about that. Tell them about that lead collection crap that's going on too, with a
well,
lot of the leaders that are
well, this is the thing
just
that
be honest.
happens in, I'm going to be honest here tonight. This is what happens in any industry, any company I've ever been in is like a lot of times top leaders will launch a system and it's their system, but then they don't make it commissionable. And then the other thing that kind of a little bit irritates me, a little pet peeve of mine, and again, I'm on my YouTube channel, so it's open in the air. By the way, everybody look at names here because I'm always very careful about how I say these things. I have to be very careful. But when you are experienced in this industry, if someone is coming to you and say, "Hey, I use my system. Yeah, I use my system." You're driving traffic, you're putting your paid, let's say we do a co-op. It'd be like me saying, okay, uh, Mary Beth, let's do this co-op, but yeah, I'm going to take your leads. No, they're going to be your leads onto your list. So with this funnel builder, which is $200 and 47 a month, and then you have to have your own autoresponder, let me tell you, I have had to pay upwards of $700 every time prior to the system to my programmer. I'd have to pay him $600 to $700 every time I wanted to have a capture page system. How many people have to do that on here? Tell me right now tonight. Do you have to purchase an actual capture page for that system? Like keep going on and on and on. That really adds up. That adds up
Oh, it adds
so
up.
much money. And that's the reason why we have more customers than we have resellers in GFF. Does that make sense? Because we have people that earn TVs, like get top sponsored because they know that for $200 and 47 a month, that you can literally have a funnel builder that can create a page for any opportunity online. So I just had to say that it is really, really important here tonight for you to understand that this level alone is truly worth thousands of dollars. Because if you have to go out and purchase a capture page or try to figure it out yourself, whereas we have 3 clicks back there, click, 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 you're done. You have a capture page for your opportunity. So I just had to jump in there and say
Yeah.
that here tonight, Rob.
It's excellent points, Mom. And for anyone that's techie watching live or replay, it's also built with RTF support, rich text format support, which means
Not
if you want to
hard.
make the fonts like, it's very simple to create, but if you want the fonts different and like, colorful or bold or whatever, underline, you can do that with the creator, our actual builder. So that's where it really is cool. Like, you can do that. And then we came onto something where we actually did the relaunch of Get Fearless. And Mom, we did like a boop 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 like levels after this because the relaunch is actually where the $500 level is. So a lot of people, this is our most popular level just because of where people say, oh yes, $500, man, that's like nothing, right? So 500, you divide that out into 30 days. Let's do that real quick. Let's just show you what that would be. That's 16 bucks. 16 bucks every day. For, obviously a month. I'm just showing you how really affordable that is at $500 one time. So, we actually have where we actually include a lot of different stuff we do as a family. I actually run a business. A lot of people think I'm like full-time online as well. I am. I'm full-time online. What I like to do is I like to really pay back and give back and help my dad with his passion because he's helped me so much. And actually, we have this side gig hustle where you guys get to learn. I'm going to lightly talk on that, but I'm just going to go through here as well. We have a Craigslist auto reply software that actually really works well with a lot of businesses out there that you see. So, like, if you want to sell this to someone that's a real estate agent in Vegas or someone out in San Diego or wherever, you can actually resell, get this, make $500 for reselling this software and have their business not only put on automation with auto replies but you're making $500. I mean, type in number 500 if literally one of these sales would actually change your entire month right now. Like just one. That's it. 500 bucks. I want to see the comments because I like you guys being changed. I want you guys actually see our automation, the way we're doing these. So $500, believe me, would help anyone. I don't care who you are. Even someone that's like really well off, even 500 immediately in their lap. I mean, come on, $500, right? So we want this to work and we want this to, you guys have that ability. So absolutely, I'm seeing comments filled, but that's where I come back to advertising, right? And so we want you guys to understand that that's why we encourage advertising, right? Because a good business is always advertised, right? Even Apple, look at Apple. People always come back at me and say, but Lamborghini never advertises. Yeah, guys, but who buys Lamborghini, right? That's not the mass of Lamborghinis everywhere. You got to see, when you are going to be in the social setting of business and stuff, there's always going to be advertising, right? And so we said, okay, that's awesome. But mom and I we wanted to include dad somehow. We said, Dad, we want your ideas because you really show a lot of wisdom when it comes to like alternative money-making options at this level. So dad and mom and I actually we paid a visit a couple months ago. I like that Johnny Cash. Who loves Johnny Cash? I freaking love Johnny Cash. We saw
He's great.
Johnny Cash impersonator. I love the old school stuff, guys. That's me. I'm 30 years old, by the way, and I absolutely love the old school. I'm so grateful for the timeline I was born in because I actually got to experience like no cell phone stuff, no instant messaging me, and hey Rob, how's your day today? It's like, man, I want to go back to the 90s, no phones. Honestly, 90s and 80s were the best, guys. This phone stuff is like, we want you guys to automate your stuff. We don't want you to be living on that thing,
Automate.
right? So that's
Automate.
the middle finger to that type of online constant talk. I say we want to automate ourselves. So let's make it easier and find you guys some deals, right? Some deals where you can find auction items like us. And we actually have found this Harley Davidson we're flipping. And this actually, we found, get this is us at the locker. We found this guy for $4,500. It's actually worth $18,000. 18,000. And it's 1986 with 700 miles. It's owned from a prior veteran, United States veteran, and I just thought it was great to like pass it on and like hold on to it and honor with him with great respect. Because unfortunately he passed, and we got this through an estate auction, but you know what? It's living on great and well onto the next owner. So if anyone wants to buy it, we'll get you a good deal on it if you want it.
That's right.
Ladies, tell your husband, one thing, that's another way to a man's heart, getting a Harley. Just I'm throwing that joke. I know you guys are gonna
Yeah,
laugh,
first
but
Bob was
that's we
like,
get up.
Don't get mad at me. I'll never forget the day."
Yeah.
And I'm like, mad at you about what? What'd you do now? No.
Ha.
Like he's telling me, and I says, you got that? So
Yeah.
we give you guys the link of where we go to get this auction stuff. And by the way, on the weekends, that is our love. Rob and I, we love to go with Bob, and
Yeah, we have a whole
he's
little mini like
absolutely.
thing on there in the back office, a
Yeah, we
course
do.
little
It's
stuff
amazing.
that oh yeah, it's pretty cool. And just the art that Dad finds. Dad is an expert at finding these pieces of art, Rolexes, antique guns to
Mhm.
Elvis Presley arts. We flip stuff, and that's just a little side passion. But then when we want to talk about it live and we want you guys to be live in person and get that monthly mastermind, well, we have this at the $1,000 level. So we have the $1,000, I call it Mom's Think Tank. And when you heard how she talks and how Mom wants to, unfold and show you guys, I call it the path. Well, this one time, 1,000 really amazing value, where you're going to be able to get going beyond the limit, learning the YouTube like she said she's on, the affiliate integration, the community support. Absolutely insane. Just her and I getting on these monthly masterminds, learning how to do faceless video marketing, which for me, I don't mind being on camera. Fun fact, I've done acting school, I've done scene work and different like mini Hollywood stuff. I just finished an indie film for a gentleman. I can't talk about it yet, but I just filmed and edited all of that with him. So yes, I've done movie work and acting and a lot of different film and video stuff. But guess what I found? There's a lot of people that want to critique. This is a fun joke for you guys. Critique the actor, but yet when they get into the acting shoes, that's when they get to learn. It's very, very hard to learn lines and everything. But guess what? When you don't have a camera on and you just want to talk about the system and how it's helping you and helping others, that's where when you don't have that camera, and it's completely, you are going to learn that blueprint and how we teach it as well. So that's the YouTube. There's also extensions we found to really automate you guys online with any channel. We also have, of course, going beyond your limits. Now, this is my favorite. Oh my gosh, Mom, I love this level here, the $2,000 elite, fearless elite level. This is the value of a king and a queen, right? When you see people win, 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 right? You see the people at the top and they're always talking about their high ticket programs in this. And I say, yeah, but how does the person feel on the other end? How do they feel as soon as they transfer 2000? Now that person's day is made. It was a money's only temporary in your hands, right? It's never permanent. It's always a transfer of wealth, right? If you have $100 bills right now in your hand, guess what? You are going to have to get gas in your car one day, or going to have to go to Applebee's and get some 2 for $25s or 2 for $50s now, right? What is it now? It's crazy, right? The cost of living. So we said, we want people to feel a great value, something that's absolutely immense, something so amazing where it's like, okay, now I know I'm in the high ticket space, but I'm also getting value because that's what we really want. We want you to have our offline strategies, our online newer strategies that we teach, our video training stuff, and also just the automation that Mom can get you guys in even 24 hours. So this is the part where you guys kind of knew maybe some stuff tonight, but what you don't know is this part. The follow-up process is really crazy. Mom will talk a little bit after I talk about this bonus, but
Mhm.
the follow-up process really is something because I have seen where, you post something on Instagram or Facebook or X or whatever, and guess what? You may get someone interested, but guess what we're all doing? Type a number seven if you have this habit. Seven for seven-figure business, right? If you guys have this habit of simply actually forgetting and not following up with that person you just talked to. I love sevens. I love seeing the sevens, right? Looks
Or,
like a little
or you're
casino.
fearful, or you're
Or you're
fearful.
fearful of following up, you're fearful of
Right.
messaging them. Believe me, that's why we had the fearless mama on board, guys.
And that's the
She
reason why
has,
I have the mindset training at the 1,000 level, because a lot of people, they don't realize they have to work on their own selves before they can line their pockets and help other people. So
yes.
this is why I tell people this is sort of a little mentoring session here. Like if you can't talk to me or ask me on a question on a Zoom here, then how are you going to collect a $2,000 sale? And I know everybody's deserving of it, right? Everybody's deserving of it. So I make no less than five of these 2,000 sales while I'm helping other members in this community make money. See? So
Hmm.
I have to really, really multitask. I have to really, really get my stuff on automation because I decided to open this up. This here is what I did in 2023, sorry. And we were literally in the middle of all sorts of stuff. I had just gotten gosh, I had just gotten Bob out of the hospital. He's going back into the hospital. And then I launched this callback. And I was like, why did I do that right now at this point in time in our lives? I was so worried. I was like, am I going to be able to handle this? Am I going to be able to keep up with everybody? Well, you know what? I have, and I have been, because not many people know about this 800 number. Now, obviously, Dave, he put in there, so he's going to get 50 clicks, 50 clicks to his website. But that's all you have to do. Like, that is so simple. Like, if a person realized that I close your sales, I'm emailing your leads, what's left for you to do? Nothing but advertise and talk about it and get people to submit a video. That's literally how simple this business is. That's what it boils down to. Now, obviously, we want to give you guys a really great bonus tonight because I love bonuses. I think it takes people to the next level. Rob is going to share how he sets you up because no one else does this. And we heard it from LaDonna even. She's like, oh my gosh, usually people will say click and go, and that's it, right? So we
Confirm and go.
confirm
Yep.
and go. Well, we decided to not just confirm and go because that really bothers me when people do that. I'll tell you guys a real quick story. If you're going to join Get Fearless Freedom and expect Rob and I to do everything, sorry, hop off the Zoom. I'm not interested in you actually joining my community. Not looking for people that are into fast cash opportunities. No, I've had this literally for 6 years. We do not state any income claims. We do not tell you that you're going to make money. None of that stuff happens here. However, if you want to plant your flag and help people learn the proper way to market and advertise using my system, then yes, I want you. I've had a horrible experience last year where I had a couple came in, they put a bunch of people, made 40 grand, left the next month. That I'm not
Yep.
looking for. Please don't do that. Don't come in here and say, oh my God, I got a huge list. I'm going to just smash and grab, let Tammy and Rob pick up the pieces. Listen, this is 100% commission. The reason why I market it is because I need to make money. I'm making money right alongside you. I pay my programmer thousands of dollars a month. I'm not making any money off of the
And
$47.
I'm not the
Have to pay,
programmer.
and
Fun
he's not a
fact.
programmer. So Rob and I work alongside you, make sales alongside you. This is when we meet once a month for the masterminds, once a week for the overviews. In fact, a couple weeks
Yep.
ago, I think I did a training instead of the overview because of my time management. So I just want people to understand that if you get the business in the box, you're literally it's turned over to you on a laptop, by the way, where you can
Yep.
open up the laptop and then Rob will get you going. So we've done dozens and dozens and dozens of these, and we do want to do more, but we just need your cooperation to make sure that when you do join, you do get the information to Rob pretty quickly so that we can get your laptop off to you, okay?
Yes, absolutely, Mom. I'm glad you said that. Basically anonymously talking here. When I've had clients, where they've come to me and they originally saw this and they said, okay, but I really need help. I just need set up. And I said, well, guess what? You are. Because that's what I do. Once you guys pass through me, you're like literally pass through of the setup. It's fully your business in a box. So that's what's really cool is you're going to get a laptop like this, okay, for fast action takers tonight. And it's even better than that, actually. I've sourced laptops. I'm a tech guy. I worked at all these different companies before, so I understand specs, I understand what will work, what doesn't, what is a good Windows computer, what is a good Google Chromebook, etc., right? So what I came down to, the question in my mind was, we can always install the spark plugs ourselves, right? Other systems have you do it after you actually pay the money to the person that referred you. That is so meh. That's so why are people why are other people just simply being left in the dust, right? I mean, look around, it's crazy. So I said to myself, well, why not be the mechanic of people's businesses, right? Why not actually combine the digital with the physical world? That's what Mary Beth said. And I like to quote her when she's on here because she says, well, Robert, this is excellent. And she sold so many of these. My mom has, so many others have sold this right here because the ability to have the digital into the physical world is amazing, right? Because no one does it. No one will because of this right here. This is Get Fearless Freedom's business in a box. So this was myself just about a weekish ago. I literally shipped this right out. I ship these out often. And again, it comes on based on fast action. Who's ready to plug in and meet with us, right? And come in and say, yes, Rob and Tam, I really want a business in a box. So mom right here, you can see the automation days of her actually giving value is so big, right? It's so amazing to have that. So Get Fearless is right here. You can see the laptop. Again, there's other ones that I source and they're better ones, but this is so cool because you're getting a physical product, right? You're getting it where it's all loaded via a actual one-on-one Zoom or remote control setting with me. So you're actually not only getting a laptop, but you're getting an actual one-on-one, really good, warm and fuzzy feeling, right? Of where you get to get the direction of going and let off to the races. Because once I'm done with you, you are ready and ready, Freddy, I call it. You are ready to go. And the great thing about this system is it actually is already done. It's just that it's got to be loaded, put into a business in a box for this bonus. And the value that I give here, the $300+ value of my time, the images, the sourcing, all the different materials I'm grabbing from everywhere, and I'm putting it into your actual laptop, the places to market Get Fearless, the highly classified paid marketing resources, the custom social media covers, the actual default funnel, everything. Okay, solo ad funnels. I'm doing all this. Mom really wanted me to talk about this, but this is really insane because
I love
this
for
right
people to know
here,
that that $300 value that gets you don't have to pay 300 in addition if you join at the
no,
2000. No, that's actually included because I'm not sure if the gentleman I always it's funny I always get these messages right before the Zoom, but if you're on the Zoom and you're asking that question, so essentially Rob is putting this into the top package, okay? So
yes,
you're not going to get a $300 setup if you only join at the 200 level. I really tell people sometimes just go ahead and save your money if you want the grand setup and then come in so that us leaders can actually pay for your valuable setup that Rob does because I'm telling you right now, it's literally putting you into that next dimension of marketing. Because most of these businesses do not come with this fully loaded. Most
they
businesses
will not come
won't
up.
help
No,
you.
I,
No, they won't help you set up the get response and things like that. I just want people to know that. Like I've had to figure it all out myself. So
yeah, absolutely.
that's the reason why we're doing this now, so that it gets you into the marketing mode. Because when you come to my coaching platform and my coaching, I don't want to be talking about setup because at this point, that's when we're going to launch your business. Does this make sense to everybody tonight? I just want everybody to know that that ultimate setup is included at the 2000 level. Now, if you're a current member and you have come because this is going to happen. People, lives get busy, but if you joined in like 2020 or 2021 and you're now seeing this, like, oh my gosh, you guys have the full laptop set up, guess what? Call the 800 number. I'll talk to you one on one, 1-800-995. What is it again? Who's going to put in the 800 number here?
Oh, right there.
What is the
There we
800
go.
number? Right, Edward. Okay, so it's 1-800-995-0795. Do not message me, please, on Facebook because my Facebook Messenger is like this now. It's going to be the busy season. I'm going to be marketing. I'm going for the 10K and 30-day challenge. Okay, I just want people to know I can usually do 3 sales a week myself. That's 6 grand. So I'm going to be doing for my own self. Uh-oh. She put in that. Oh, okay. I was like, did she put in her phone number? Some people have done that to me. Just call the 800 number if you have any questions, but please leave me a message if you are a member and you're just trying to listen to the 800 number and see what it says. Just leave me a message because you will get a text and it will be from me. Joel's like, That's me. I'm
What's
guilty.
so cool, I want to share, maybe I can do it in live time to
Okay.
share kind of how I
Can
like
you do the
just I
setup?
was showing you
Sure.
a template. Yeah, I was showing them the template screenshot, but like to actually show you like a real live like what they're actually getting.
Sure. Let me go
Like
ahead
in
and
the
end let me end the
sure,
YouTube.
please.
Okay. So let me go ahead and end
Yeah,
this off of YouTube, please. Let me do that
absolutely,
real
Mama.
quickly. And then I'm going to end the recording. So just get back to the person that brought you here to this Zoom because this will be in my Facebook group. So anyone that wants to re-listen to this, you can be added to my Facebook group. I usually put it on my timeline, but I think we gave a lot of stuff and information away tonight. So I prefer it to be in my Facebook group.